From fashion to finding passion, this week has people swiping and searching and hoping to find the one. But if you're coming out of a toxic relationship, jumping right back into dating, it may not be the answer. So relationship and life coach Dr. Sheron Patterson is here with some love detox advice. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a perfect week for it.
Yes, it is.
Everybody's leaning into love. Maybe we need to lean out of it.
We're looking for it and we're not ready for it.
Okay, let's get into some
Clock
things,
it,
right?
clock it.
Come on, clock it. What exactly is a love detox? What does that look like in real life?
A love detox means you realize you have come out of a toxic relationship and you know you haven't healed. So you're gonna step back and do the work to be ready to love again. Because if you jump out there wounded, you're gonna wound somebody else. Oof. And your wound still won't heal.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yes.
But I think we have a hard time telling ourselves the truth, right? Because love is something that we all want to be a part of. Everybody naturally wants love. It's human instinct. So how do we know, though, that we're not necessarily healed, that we still have a wound?
First of all, Erin, we are hardwired to want to love. So that's normal. There's no shame in that. That's very normal. But if you have come out of something traumatic and toxic in love, your heart is really damaged and it needs to heal. And it can't heal by dealing with somebody else because you will have the lenses of toxicity on.
No, that's true. That's true, because you will find, you will find a problem in literally everything. You also
you will be the problem.
Yeah, and that's a hard pill to swallow as well. Tell me, because you say when you're coming out of these relationships, right? You say to go no contact. Why do you think communication, cutting it all off together, is the easiest way to get through?
Erin, sadly, so many of us, when we break up, we want closure. Remember that? I want closure. I want to hear what really happened. Baby, if they wanted you to know what really happened in closure, they would have given it to you.
That's true.
It's time to move on and let that person go. Close the book yourself. Don't leave it open, waiting, hoping,
But I think that's why we open the book, right? Because we're hoping for a different answer.
Yeah. Believe people when they tell you. Look at their behavior and their words tell you how they feel about you.
And half the time the behavior and the words don't match up, child.
Oh.
No. All right, you talk about also removing reminders, those mementos, social media, keeping people at a distance.
Yeah, that's triggering yourself. Why are you hurting yourself by keeping photos up or favorite songs or favorite clothes? Put that to the side and turn over a new page.
Ooh.
A new page.
What if I look good in the picture, though?
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Cut the person out. Just scratch through that person.
Just scratch them out.
And keep yourself looking good.
There you go.
Yes,
there you go. Okay, so when someone is detoxing from a toxic relationship, what are the most important, maybe self-care habits they can put into action and prioritize? Because that first week, 2 weeks,
you're all alone.
It's hard.
Because you would go here or there with that person. When you break that thing off and you know it was toxic, begin to work on you. Figure out what you like to do. What are your hobbies? Lean into your family and friends and say, I am going a new way. Because they probably wanted you out of that relationship anyway.
A long time ago.
But you tell them, I'm going a new way. I need your help. But, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies? Explore you. Begin to love on you, because that's the key right there when you love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, you ought to be by yourself.
Ooh.
Because you're a detriment.
That was good.
You like that?
I did. I like that. But I also like what you mean, because, or what you're saying, because of the simple fact that I think when we get caught up in the relationship, sometimes we forget that we compromise on tons of things. So when you're finally out of it, you get to watch the TV shows that you want. You get to eat all the food that you want, because you never have to consult anybody.
Erin, experts call it de-selfing. We cut off a little bit of ourselves to please, to fit in, to get along. So get all those pieces back and put them back on you and say, this is who I am. Take it or leave it.
Okay, how would you say we go about as far as processing our emotions? Because guilt, self-blame, all of those can linger.
Those emotions can be heavy and they can be debilitating. You got to process them. First of all, stop blaming yourself. Now that you know better, you can do better. Stop grieving what could have been in that relationship.
Yes, because a lot of women, or a lot of men too, they date potential instead of dating who they are right there in the moment, and that's how you get to the end and to the love detoxing part. Very good. Okay, I want to get this in here quickly. Faith and fitness, you've got a challenge. Tell me about it.
I got a challenge, March 1 through 14, for senior citizens who hate to exercise but love Jesus. Ow!
Come on now. You're coming with all the alliterations this morning. Very good. Tell us where people can find you.
All social medias at Dr. Sheron, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.
Very good, you guys. Dr. Sheron, she always gives it to you straight.